Everybody, I might have some good news about my tape recorder, because I think I found out what the problem is. Now, I'm just going to turn it on here and show you a temporary thing I've done here. Some testing I've done. Now, I think the problem is the power supply, which is on this board here. So I think when I shorted out something on this tape recorder the other day, it shorted out the power supply and has made the power supply have a ripple in it, which is, you know, why I was getting that hum. Now if I just turn this up a little bit, now when I put it onto source with this little temporary modification I've made here, still get a bit of hum, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was last time, because this little thing here will filter out a lot of the ripple in any power that's coming into it. This board gets the power from this wire here. As you can see, I've connected a couple of 100 ohm resistors. If the stupid camera would focus, you may be able to see it. And a couple of capacitors there. I've wired them in series because they're only rated for 25 volts and the power supply for this is about 38 volts. Now I've disconnected the power supply from the board. Now if I put it onto this side, you can hear quite a lot of hum there. The capacitors are filtering out a little bit of the ripple, but not all of it. Now if I connect it to the here, you can hear the hum is not so bad, and the resistors and these two capacitors are working together to filter out most of that ripple. So that's obviously where the problem is, in the power supply here. So just need to find a replacement transistor and a new Zener diode, and well, I should have this thing working again. So that's a bit of good news. I've also done a test recording on this. I'll have to wire the thing up again so you can hear it. Better just turn it off so I don't shock myself. I did do a little test recording on this, and it is still able to record. Oh, that's something I recorded before it went wrong. Tried to write the last song that shows the way I feel. Okay, here's me. Okay, because I don't really like this song, just doing a little test here on my broken tape recorder, just to see if it can still record. I think I know what the problem is. I think the power supply on this is FUCKED. I think we all know what that spells. Anyway, I'm just testing to see if this made a recording. And there you go. Ah. Sorry, excuse my French on that recording. But yeah, you can see it was still able to make a recording. The sound wasn't very good because I was using a headphone as a microphone, but things are definitely looking up. Okay, here's the final test I'm going to do before I replace the power supply. And I've got 4 PP3 9V batteries here, and I've connected them in series to get the necessary 36 volts for the amplifier. So those batteries are now wired to the amplifier and powering it. And to show you that even though this is off, when I move the tape, well, that's how the batteries are doing their job. Now I'm going to turn this on and do another recording test. Now there may be a little bit of hum because the power supply will still be powering the bias and the the oscillator for the bias. So there might still be a little bit of hum getting on the tape. Let's put this into pause, which it's already in, and it's so difficult to do this one-handed. Put this into record mode. There we go. Find a headphone, which I'm using as the amplifier. Switch this onto source. Hear that? No humming at all, but a little bit of feedback. So I better turn my pedo Scott down and test that it's actually. I'll just turn that up a bit so you can hear me through the speakers. Okay, I think I've turned it up too much. It's quite sensitive, the volume control. Okay, now start the tape recording. Okay, tape's turning. I'm making a recording. Let's just have a look at the volume level meters and see what's registering on the VU meters or UV meters. Okay, there's something registering on there, but there just might be some interference from something. It's definitely recording me. Okay, I'm just going to turn the power off and see what happens. Remember that the amplifier board is still being powered by those batteries. Let's just see what's showing up on the meters. I'm actually going to have to turn the camera light on now because it's too dark to see. Yes, the meters are behaving normally with the power turned off. Or with the power supply turned off anyway. Let's turn the power supply, switch the power back on. If I can just... For some reason when I put the headphones next to the camera, I get a hissing noise, I don't know why. Well, when I put the microphone next to the power camera. Okay, with the power supply turned on, there is something registering on the meter again when I'm not saying anything. So, that settles it. It's the power supply. Now let's just play this back and see how it came out. Rewind the tape. About Simpson's belly. I put the monitor switch to tape on my broken tape recorder. Okay, that's the previous recording. Just to see if it can still record. I think I know what the problem is. I think the power supply on this is FUCKED. I think we all know what that spells. Anyway, we're just testing to see if this made a recording. Pardon me. Tape's turning. I'm making a recording. Let's just have a volume level meters and see what's registering on the VU meters or UV meters. Okay, there's something registering on there, but there might be some interference from something. Found out power supply. Recording me. Okay, I'm just going to turn the power off and see what happens. For some reason, when I put the headphones next to the camera, I get a hissing noise, I don't know why. Remember, I'm using the headphones as a microphone. Camera. Okay, with the power supply turned on, there is something registering on the meter again when I'm not saying anything. So, that settles it. It's the power supply. Now let's just play this back and see how it came out. Overdriving a bit there. Okay, so... well, my camera battery's running out again, so I better go